Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Alex here with the first deck profile I've done in like a long time. Um, this is for the way that I think that heroes are going to be run now that Stratos is banned. And don't get me wrong, there are other ways to run this deck. You can run the Gemini Beat version, you can run all sorts of other things that would make this work. However, I think that this is probably the best for keeping board presence. Um, it can make absolutely massive fields, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, I think that I primarily am putting this video up as a response to uh, SS Jason's video of how he thinks heroes are going to be run in the next generation of Yu-Gi-Oh! But here, I'll just run through the monsters real quick, and then I'll kind of explain what it does. Uh, 3 Tidal, 3 Blaster, 3 Tempest, 3 Thunder Dragon. This one you might not know. During your main phase, by discarding this card, you can add up to 2 Thunder Dragons from your deck. Alright. 2 Summoner Monk, 2 Elemental Hero Alias, or one more thing on Summoner Monk. You could cut Summoner Monk in exchange for traps, or just to make it an exactly 40 card deck. Or maybe even for more elemental heroes. I just thought it was a good idea to have it so that you could search out Planetary Pathfinder, and to ditch some of your dead terraformings. But, okay, back onto the deck list. 3 Elemental Hero Alias, 3 Vulcan, 3 Pathfinder, 3 Fusion Gate, 3 Terraforming, 3 Emergency Call, 3 A Hero Lives, 1 Parallel World Fusion, 3 Miracle Fusions, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Return from the Different Dimension. Alright, this is not a side deck, so just ignore it. 3 Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, 2 Great Tornadoes, although you could probably cut it down to 1. Nah, 2 is probably good. 2 is probably good. 1 Elemental Hero Gaia, because I'm not running any Earths except Pathfinder, and, you know, most of the time I'm not going to want to make him. 2 Nova Master, really good card. Drawing is always a good thing. 3 Shining, it is an E-Hero deck, and 1 of the Dark Dude. Then for Xyz, we got 1 Maestroke, just as a defensive play, in case you need it. Although this you could cut for maybe another one of the Fire. Then 1 Mecha Phantom Beast, Dragosack, because it's just a good card. And 1 Big Eye. Alright, so I'm going to go over what this deck does. Okay, so back in the day, I always had a real big problem with the Gate Hero variants of heroes, because they went so neg every single time they made a play. It was like, if you could get through the 2 monsters that they put out first turn, you won the game. But with this variant, it's like you have a bunch of ways that you can use this. So I put in all of these E-Dragons. I'm not running Redox because honestly I think Gaia is a really terrible card for the deck. I just didn't like it, and the extra space came into making the deck more consistent, so I'm okay with that. But I'm running these 3 dragons because of the fact that they are the fusions that you make out of them are really good, and because when you fusion with them, you get to add them to your hand because they're getting banished. So essentially, you're getting. Okay, so you activate the this guy, the fusion gate. Then you banish the dragon and 1 E-hero, and you get another dragon from your deck to your hand. So essentially, you have gone neg-0, but you've gotten to put out a really big monster. Like, for instance, if I went Title and Alias, I would make an Absolute Zero, which is a phenomenal card, and it sets up for the Title afterwards. And then I would get another Title, which, you know, I can't use that turn because I just got it. But I would essentially be replacing the card that I used to get this guy. Now, off of that, you can do other plays, like you can remove from play this and a burner and make the fire guy and destroy their field, which isn't a bad idea, and then draw some cards. Or you can make a Shining so that you can add your fusions back or grab some heroes or whatever. Yeah, so there's that. Is this better than the Dragon Plants? I don't really think it's as consistent as it needs to be, even though I do technically have 10 consistency cards in here for getting the fusion off, and I also have some other fusion stuff. That being said, you can open up hands where you just draw like 3 Title and 2 Blaster and then a Summoner Monk, and you're like, what do I do with this? So, it's not the greatest deck in the world, but it is definitely good at putting on board advantage. And, you know, all of these guys normally get advantage just by coming out. Like, Shining, almost always a +2. This guy, it forces a 1-for-1, and seeing as you're already pretty much gonna get to use the Absolute Zero afterwards, by getting out another Title or something. It's really good. I am running 3 A Hero Lives and 3 Emergency Call because I'm only running 6 heroes, which you could bump up. You really could. You could bump this up to just let me save, just in case we were about to run out of time there. Just in case you run out of heroes. So you could really bump this up, because there are times where I want to make, like, 9 fusions in a game, and I just can't. That being said, you can just live on these guys after you've gone through the bulk of your engine, and just use them as cards. Rather than your end engine. Thunder Dragon, this is what I took the Redoxes out for. Because Thunder Dragon, unlike Redox, Thunder Dragon lets me make the Shining off of Fusion Summoning. And that's really good because it's a +1 that also functions like a Stratos target. So instead of neg-1ing when you activate it, you plus, and then you plus again when you get your card back. And then you can make another Shining. It's real nice. You can pretty much make 2 Shinings with it. No matter what happens with the first Shining, you'll get another one, and it's real nice. It's real nice. 3 Miracle Fusions because it's heroes, and a Parallel World Fusion because it honestly comes up. I hesitate to run 3, but running 2 would not be a bad idea. Yeah. I like it, and I think that it works out great in Gate Heroes. Um, Other than that, I don't really have much to say about this deck. It does what it needs to do, and it does it pretty consistently. Um, I really like the way that it plays. It gets to play a whole bunch of different fusions, unlike the regular version of Heroes, and I think that it overall is probably better than like a Bubble Beat right now, just because the thing that made Bubble Beat work was Stratos, and without Stratos, it's kind of garbage. Um, and the Gemini Spark version, again, it was very reliant on Alias, or on Stratos. And Stratos, I did run it in here, and it was really good because it meant that I instantly got 2 fusion summons off. But, that being said, this deck can run very efficiently without it. Um, Alright, so YouTube, tell me what you think of this deck. And I hope to get some good comments, maybe a little bit of advice on where I want to take the deck. And if you see this, SJ or SS Jason, I like your videos a lot, so keep them coming. Peace out.